Hey guys, it's Pokemonster TCG here, back with a brand new video. I hope all of you guys are doing well today. For today's video, I have a top 10 list of the most expensive Sword and Shield Japanese booster boxes at this current point in time. I'm very excited to share this list with you guys, but just before I do so, please make sure to check out my Instagram, which is Pokemonster363, where you will also see the giveaway draw that I ran for the Raging Surf booster box giveaway, and congrats KB Pokemon for winning that. And finally, just before I get into the list, if you enjoy my content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It goes a long way. Now let's get into it. Just before I get into 10th place, I did want to list out two honorable mentions, being Incandescent Arcana and the 25th anniversary booster box. They were very close to making it, but didn't. So the way I did this was I looked at eBay solds and basically took an average of the most recent three, coupled with my general understanding of the sets. So in 10th place, we have Matchless Fighter. This is an absolutely beautiful booster box where you've got the Galarian form birds, then you've got the blue and red separating the two Urshifu. What this set is well known for is it's got waifus, so it's got Clara SR, but it's also got 4 V alt arts, being the Slowking, Galarian Slowking, and the Galarian bird alt arts. And if that wasn't enough, it also has a Blaziken VMAX alt art. So I think when you take all of those pulls together, coupled with the fact that this set, actually I don't think it was printed that much, that kind of explains why this box is in number 10. The recent eBay solds, if you average them by 3, lead to a result of about £110, which I'd guess is around $130 US. So that's number 10, Matchless Fighter. In at number 9, we have Lost Abyss, which is the Japanese version of Lost Origin. So absolutely stunning box art with the Giratina in the Lost Zone. And then you've got obviously the set strength inside. So you've got the Giratina V alt art, which is going for £700 or $850 US in a PSA 10. You've also got a strong spread of the other alt arts. So you've got the Aerodactyl V, you've got the Rotom, Galarian Berserker. In my opinion, that's a very strong spread. And then you have the waifus, so you've got the Fantina and then you've got the Lady. Fantina, not that expensive. Lady, it's come down a lot in line with the rest of the market. But when you add those things together, coupled with the fact that this set also wasn't printed that much, that's what brings this set in at number 9, Lost Abyss. In at number 8, we've got Fusion Arts, which is averaging about £120 per box. When this first came out, literally no one wanted it, and there are two reasons for that, or a few reasons. One, this came out right after Blue Sky Stream and EV Heroes, so in comparison, this was trash. As well as that, the Japanese version of Pokemon Celebrations was coming out right after that, and I think people wanted to save a bit of money, so they thought this was a skippable set. And finally, I believe the English version of Celebrations came out just before the Japanese version of the 25th anniversary. So the English release of the 25th anniversary may have coincided with the Japanese release of Fusion Arts, all of which led to this set not being that popular. It's also got some pretty whack SRs like Crabrawler that I can think of, but it's also got some really strong cards in them. As the box art suggests, it's got a Mew VMAX alt art, which is just awesome. If you look at it in a bit more detail, you can see everything is London themed. So you've got a black taxi or black cab there. You've also got a phone booth there and a London bus there. It's just awesome. Just awesome. Mew having a well of a time, drawn by Akira Egawa. So aside from the Mew VMAX, you've also got the Mew V alt art. And then you've got the Genesect breakdancing alt art. In terms of the waifus, you've also got the Elisa Sparkle or Elisa, which is pretty popular, I would say, as well. So all of that, together with the fact that people overlook this set, I think is why it's coming in quite high at number 8. In at number 7, we have a high-class set, which is Shiny Star V. This is going at about £120 to £130, and it has been that way for a very long time. So what I'm showing in front of you guys is the first print version, which has this little stamp, but the cards inside are all the same. There's no first edition or anything like that. So this is basically Hidden Fates 2.0 or GX Ultra Shiny 2.0. And we're soon gonna have a 3.0 in the form of Shiny Treasure, which I'm very excited about, in about 2.5 weeks. So what this set features obviously is a lot of baby shiny Pokemon. You've got the Charizard, so you've got the Full Art SSR Pokemon. Most importantly, it does have two very strong trainers, I would say. You've got the Skyla and the Marnie. Both of those in PSA 10 are still holding decent value. Not that high for the Skyla maybe. But this box, I have to say, is extremely common, which may be why it is a high price at 120, 130 pounds, but it's sort of stagnated there since its release. Because this set is almost 3 years old now. So that's number 7, Shiny Star V. In at number 6, and to finish off the bottom half of boxes, we've got another high class set, which is VMAX Climax. So same as Shiny Star V, printed very much, but this has been going up a little bit since this is a more trainer focused set, I would say. As you can see from the box art, there are so many trainers in this set. You've got the Gloria, Acerola's Premonition, you've got Marnie in the form of the Morpeko V Union, and even the main sort of guaranteed hit pulls are CSR cards or character super rares, which are still based on a Pokemon and a trainer in the same frame. So that's what VMAX Climax was famous for. A very good set for the trainer collectors especially. Also had some very nice gold cards, I would say. It's sort of the reskins of the Pikachu, Rayquaza, and so forth. So overall, a very strong set with some very nice character rares, trainers, and so forth. That's what brings VMAX Climax in at around £132 in 6th spot. Okay, so we're getting into the top 5 now, and I think there are some in here that are going to surprise you. Starting with number 5, we have Sword Base. So not a particularly exciting set. You may be wondering why this is in here, averaging at around 140 to 150 pounds. The box art is nice, but it's nothing special. The cards inside are nice, but they're nothing special. Like you've got the bead, you've got the Zacian Full Art and the Zacian Gold. Nothing really that special in here. But this is a great lesson in terms of what contributes to a sealed product's value. It isn't only the cards that you can pull inside, it's a mix of factors, one of which is how rare the box is sealed in itself. Because there are a lot of people that like to collect sealed product, not to open it someday, but just to have something sealed in its unopened state. And the product in its unopened state is something on its own in addition to the cards that you can pull inside. So what I'm getting at is that this box probably wasn't picked up by many people when it first came out and slowly started to become rarer. And it's mainly the rarity of the box as a sealed product that's getting it into the top 5, in my opinion. So Sword Base here. There we go. Okay, so now we're at number 4, and another set that's going to surprise you. It's VMAX Rising. Now you may be wondering, what is this set? I've never seen it. And again, that brings me back to my point of box rarity. I think when this came out, people thought it was a mid set, and it is really a mid set. I mean, these starter evolutions from Sword and Shield are not really that popular, and they're the main hits that you can pull in there, except for one hit, which is the Sonia Full Art. Now that card is pretty rare for a Sword and Shield modern card, and it is also a popular waifu card. So I think that is bringing up the value of the box together with its rarity. So unlike Sword Base, here you've got two factors pulling up the box price. Because this really isn't a set that you find around much on eBay. If you look on eBay now, you can probably find a few listed at £300. The last sold for this was around £220. And I'd say that's about right for this box because it is very rare. And I would know this because I picked this up only like a year and a half ago. So number 4, VMAX Rising. Okay, now we're getting on to the top 3. So in 3rd place, we have a box that was very close to being number 2, where the average value that I found for the last sold is over £300 or 350, 360 US dollars. Shield base with Zamazenta on the box art. It's actually really nice if you put it together with the Zacian. This is an extremely rare box for Sword and Shield. Maybe not when you compare it to previous generations, but for Sword and Shield, this is one of the rarest boxes. I would probably say It's of a similar rarity to VMAX Rising. Maybe VMAX is slightly rarer. What's giving this box so much value is the main chase that you can pull in here, which is the Marnie trainer card. That's like the Marnie base version, sort of like the Lily from Moon, which is still going for around like 800, 900 pounds in a PSA 10. Nothing to be scoffed at. Combine that with the box art and the rarity of the box. That's why this box is in at number 3, and it was very close to being number 2. I'm gonna go straight on to number 2 now, because I have it right next to me. Blue Sky Stream. I've already done a full video analyzing why this set is S tier, but this is sort of like a double whammy again, where you've got so many S tier cards. You have the Dragonite alt art, Rayquaza V alt art, you've got the Rayquaza VMAX alt art. Then you've got the trainers, you've got the Shauna, you've got the Zinnia. And just the fact that this box is so rare, because I don't think they did a proper reprint of it. It came out right after Eevee Heroes, so I think people didn't care about it as much. But this was very close. It was a very close call between Blue Sky Stream and Shield. And it's really nice to see them two together in my sealed collection. Things that I'll literally never be letting go of. So we have Blue Sky Stream in at number 2, probably just above 300 pounds, like 310 pounds, I would say. And finally, to finish off the list, this will come to no surprise. It's Eevee Heroes. Now, the Sword and Shield hipsters hate this set because it's so in their face all the time. You know, it's the set that everyone talks about and other ones are overlooked, but people talk about it with good reason. Looking at the box art, this is probably one of the strongest box arts in Sword and Shield. Very difficult to argue against that proposition when you've got 8 or 9 extremely popular Pokemon all on one box art. Then you look at the cards that you can find inside, represented by the box art already. So you can get 8 V Pokemon, being these ones. Then you can get 4 VMAX Pokemon, being the Umbreon, Sylveon, Leafeon, Glaceon. And then you've got the alt arts of what I just mentioned. So when you add all of those things together, it's crazy. Now this box itself is not that rare, so that's probably why it's coming in at around 350 pounds to 370 pounds. If it were rare, I dread to imagine what price this box would achieve. And if you are thinking of buying this, or Japanese booster boxes in general, do be careful of where you're buying them from, because resealing is a big problem in the market. You know, people who are less experienced might buy from sources that they don't know or might not recognize when the seal looks a bit different. And even I would struggle to differentiate between a real seal and a fake seal. So if you are thinking of buying Japanese booster boxes, do be careful of your source. If you'd like to see a video of how I get my cards from Japan and how I minimize my risk of getting scammed, please let me know. But for now, that was the top 10 list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you guys some information. As I said at the start of the video, if you did enjoy the content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, because that will help a lot. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks very much for watching.